always had that entrepreneurial spirit, but never really knew where to get started. So Journey to Wellness has been a huge part of my life, and being able to follow my passion and my dream to do what I love to do and to feel like I have a purposeful life. And I really feel that if I wouldn't have met Erica and learned about PARO, I probably would have never started a business. So it's been an incredible journey.
PARO to me is that support system when everybody else thinks you're crazy, and it seemed that there was always the right person at the right time in the right moment that had those resources and opportunities for me to keep moving forward to what it was success, and that was the only option for me. So I am grateful for their belief in me, because then I started to believe it too.
Oh, PARO means so much to me. Hope, your dreams, helping people lead forward. People are amazed by my optimism, but I always get the spirit back here. You know, that's, you can do it. Believe you can move things forward.
PARO Centre for Women's Enterprise is a not-for-profit, grassroots organization based in Thunder Bay, Ontario, devoted to addressing the unique challenges that women face as entrepreneurs in the business marketplace. PARO empowers women in their communities and provides them with the tools and resources essential to self-sufficiency and personal success, like business and employment coaching, networking events, mentoring, leadership and financial literacy training, and peer lending circles.
In 1994, I saw women as the hidden gold of the North. And I wanted the women in this community and in this region to know that they had all they needed to be successful. I knew I couldn't do it alone, so I gathered together a group of women, and that became PARO. And what you see today that is PARO is that dream.
I had a vision for a business that I wanted to create in northwestern Ontario, and I knew that this was a service that was much needed. I was ready to start working for myself, but I just wasn't quite sure where to begin.
I've always wanted to have my own business, but I didn't know where to go. With PARO, they gave me the know-how, and I've never looked back. Now I have my own successful restaurant, and I can teach others how to do the same thing.
PARO is known for our early adoption of innovative tools and technology, like our e-learning through Contact North, KNet video conferencing, PARO on Wheels mobile training unit, and our resource center. These tools enhance our programs and services and help us work with women and their families in rural, remote, and semi-remote communities, including First Nations, across Northern Ontario.
I have been in business for the last year and definitely drawn on all of your expertises along the way to develop All the Days Productions. I needed the opportunity to go with PARO and experience the region. So lucky for me, they happen to have a van and a program called PARO on Wheels. So they themselves, at least once a month, travel into the district. It was really going that distance, literally, and meeting them in their community that then gave respect for me and professional development opportunities that I could bring them, and then now it's built. And now it's built to where I am more on the road than I am at home, and I am learning more about those communities and being inspired by them to learn more and grow my business in new ways.
I started in 2002 in Extra Hand. I've been involved with PARO ever since. It's been great. I've been on the board of directors. I've started a not-for-profit in the neighborhood, so I'm so glad someone told me to come to PARO. I don't even think I had started my business. I was still working on my business plan. I was invited into Vesta Circle, and then it was suggested that I my name was nominated to be on the board of directors at PARO. I knew nothing about not-for-profits, how an organization runs, and I went, okay. And 5 years later, I'm on the board. Personally and professionally, it's just been amazing. I've gone on workshops on community economic development. It's certainly helped me with Evergreen and United Neighborhood.
Actually, I was involved with PARO approximately 15 years ago, well before I actually even started my business, right when I became an esthetician, believe it or not. And I was part of the Aurora Circle, and then it just sort of, that little seed inside of me grew that, was saying, yes, you do want to be self-employed. When I met Erica at a salsa dance class, and she was just starting, finishing being an esthetician and getting things started, and she told me about an organization she belonged to called PARO that was going to help her start a business and teach you the skills and everything that you needed to know to have a business. And I said, boy, that sounds intriguing. You know, I always had that entrepreneurial spirit, but never really knew where to get started. So she invited me to come to a circle meeting. So I was hooked right from that first meeting. The women were wonderful. I loved being part of the circle. And shortly afterwards, I started my first business. It was a home-based business. Because of having a circle and the ability to have a loan, I was able to start that business because I was only 21 years old. So it's hard to start a business at such a young age without having the money to do so. So I started that business, and now, 13 years later, I own a much probably larger scale business where we actually bought a building.
But I got involved with PARO when it first opened its doors for the PARO Presents gift shop. I like to recruit new entrepreneurs, artisans, to bring their merchandise or whatever they are promoting for themselves, be it home-based, which a lot of them are, and they haven't had the opportunity to be exposed to the community except going to craft sales and things. And this way they've been able to come into the store, have their work critiqued, and have their stuff displayed and been able to increase their own sales for themselves. Won a special award from the Governor General from the province of Ontario, and that was a big venture for me, and it was a very exciting time to be recognized for what I had done. And it was all basically to do with what I was able to accomplish in promoting or assisting with PARO Presents, our gift store.
PARO Center for Women's Enterprise. Well, it's a model. It's been called a hybrid model of a community loan fund, and it started as a peer lending group. That is the infrastructure that we hold today, but that has evolved into a very multi-layered organization that is the catalyst for many things happening for women in Northern Ontario.
Anishinaabe Development Fund is happy to partner with PARO on a number of different initiatives. Our mission statements and our vision statements are very close together, and so by capitalizing on opportunities, we can work together to help women succeed in business in Northern Ontario.
First, I'd like to introduce myself. Mazinawi Gamiguk, Nidishnikaz, Minawa Nidishnikaz, Memishkwe Gabawik, Adik Nandodim. Those are my two spiritual names, and my clan is Caribou. I've been working with Wabe Maingan, or Grey Wolf Traditional Teaching Lodge. It's 5 years now this month. I am the lodge keeper. PARO means to me it's a very dynamic group of women, very dynamic. They are taking on tasks that no other organization that I've been able to see so far has taken on. They are assisting not only women but their families to perhaps access training for themselves, access a better job. But for myself, being a self-employed person, I also see, more importantly, it's the empowerment that they too can open up their own business.
And I've always said to the women, you can have anything you want. You can have anything you dream of. But first of all, you have to know what you want, and you will get it. Now I say, after 16 years of working with these wonderful women, now I say, if you just help other women, if you just help other people in your community, you'll have more than you ever dreamed of.
PARO is dedicated to helping thousands more women, from the business level to working with nonprofit groups and communities, with the continued support of provincial and government grants, as well as foundations, corporate, and other donors. Your interest and support will help PARO flourish and grow through the power of partnerships and women helping women. Visit our website at paro.ca for more information on how you can get involved.